So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm originally from St. Augustine, Texas, but I stay in Houston, Texas. I'm married. I have 4 kids. I've been modeling since 2015. Let's see. Go downstairs. I've been doing a lot of basically runways. So far I've did like 8 fashion shows. The biggest one that I have is coming up next week, July the 5th to the 8th. I'll be in New Orleans for the Essence of Curves. And it's the biggest platform that they have for a fashion show for plus-size women.
Make sure you kill it.
Oh, I'm going to make sure I do that 64-foot runway.
I'll set the runway frames one time for me. I appreciate that.
And I surely will.
How did you get started modeling?
It started off, I had this lady inbox me with the National Modeling Showcase, and I ended up signing up with them to do modeling, but it basically went downhill. I never did get booked for anything, so I basically kind of gave up on modeling. And I have a friend, her name is Nicole Washington. She's a, go ahead and say traditional size model because she's, the petite size. And she told me, Britt, I'm setting you up with one photo shoot. We're going to see who that sparks. And when she set me up with that photo shoot, it sparked a photographer named Travis. He sent me to the Black Rose casting call. And when he sent me there, I really wasn't doing too much. So that's when Curvy Addiction, they picked me up with modeling. And when they picked me up, I basically had photo shoots. I was doing fashion shows. I was basically on the go.
Okay.
Nice. That's dope.
Yeah. So where you at out of Texas? Is the modeling scene huge out there?
In Texas, basically, it somewhat is, depending on, I guess to say, what time frame you do it, it'll be big. But the biggest one that I've been to has been in New Orleans.
That's dope. What made you want to be a model?
Well, I basically, being that I suffered from, I guess to say, low self-esteem, and I was always like, people say the chubby girl. And like it went from when I would lose weight, I still gained it back. After having kids, I still gained it back. And from having people tell me, oh, you're pretty, you should see about doing modeling. And then my mom was like, you keep taking all these selfies, you need to see about modeling. Put your time in on something instead of keep taking selfies. And so, and plus my daughters, one is skinny, and, the other one, I call her Juicy because she's a little thick, little something. I'm like, I want my daughters to know, no matter what size you are, you're still, cute. You're still beautiful, no matter what. And so I went ahead and took it into modeling and trying to get myself out there.
Oh, girl. So what you working with?
Okay, I'm trying to, even with my little short bald head.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a short girl. We out here.
Oh man.
So we first started what did you do to get your name out there for people to know who you are?
I basically I started with, when it came forth for posting pictures, I would go, and I know you're probably going to say, but I would go through, people and if they were, photographers, or if they was a fashion designer, or if they were had their modeling company, I would send them, friend requests, even on Facebook and Instagram. being that usually when you post pictures, they be the main ones watching.
Yeah.
And when I would meet people, they would be like, hey, add this person, you know, and you'll be able to kind of network with them. And so that's how I went about getting the attention of photographers, designers, and modeling companies.
Your hustle is on 100, I just have to say.
Yes, ma'am. Shoot, I'm trying to get it.
So was you nervous the first time you started taking pictures? Like, as far as, like, when you started modeling?
I'm not going to lie, yes, I was. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. That first fashion show I ever walked, my legs were shaking like booty meat. What I mean, I was scared. I mean, I'm like, oh, what do I do? And he's like, walk, just walk, girl, walk. So I did it. And I was just, literally, I was like, okay, what do? I felt kind of awkward. It felt kind of funny because I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Do you still get nervous, or you just slay as soon as you walk out there?
Now it's like my nerves would get up, and then it's like an adrenaline rush. And it's like, now it's like, okay, let me go ahead and do my thing, push some nerves to the side, and just go on. So now, just a wee bit, I'll get nervous, but my legs won't shake like booty meat no more.
All right, so during that time, did you see any accidents occur?
Accident?
Yeah, like people falling down the runways or anything?
No, I have seen somebody, they didn't watch their steps. And you know how you try to play it off?
Yeah.
And she tried to play it off, but you could still tell it was noticeable.
Okay.
But she called herself and she got a standing ovation.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, girl.
So I learned my lesson. No stiletto heels. You better wear the chunky heels.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, like, well, I see I walk the hills. It'll kill your feet?
You know, I'm not going to lie to you. After being at practice, this was on Sunday, my whole feet hurt, my calf muscles hurt, my inner thighs hurt. And when my kids see me, they're like, Mama, you okay? I'm like, yeah. I say, my heels got my feet hurting. And they say, Mama, you want me to help you downstairs? I'm like, oh, no. I got it. And I'm still sore.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was a hell of a day in heels.
Oh, no.
Hey, 'cause the way I see the females be rocking the heels, their calves should be brolic by now.
Sure. I tell anybody, I used to couldn't walk in heels, and I would be the one put on heels for 10 minutes, then take them off.
Talk about it.
Me now, I'll take them off so quick after I'm done and walk around barefoot or with some sandals on.
Well, for the ladies who can't wear heels, what did you do to make sure that you could walk in heels?
Well, whenever I joined Curvy Addiction and we had the rehearsals for Essence of Hers, we had to we rehearsed twice a week for 2 hours. 2 hours. Well, go ahead and say 4 hours a week. And we would have to wear the heels, the socks and a pair we were comfortable with. And with me doing the rehearsals, it kept improving. And they told me, before you walk in stilettos, try a chunky heel. I thought they were playing, but when I got that chunky heel, it was easier to walk in. And after going to rehearsals from January all the way up until now, I can wear the heels.
Professional.
Yes, ma'am. But you still ain't gonna catch me no 6-inch heels.
Don't try to kill yourself now.
Oh, no. I'll pop a seat real quick.
My type of girl.
Okay, just give me some sandals and some tennis shoes. I'm good. I'll tell anybody, as soon as I'm done, I take them heels off. And I tell people, they say, my feet be sliding. I say, you're probably going to look at me like I'm crazy or I'm stupid. I tell them, I'm country. I'll walk around barefooted. I was like, and before I put these heels on, I say, you see me walking barefooted. I say, and you never see my feet sliding. I say, because if you put the lotion on, your feet is going to slide in them shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But once you put them on after you walked around barefooted or your feet is dry as hell, you good because they not going to slide. And they say, well, I got to try that now. And I'm like, yeah.
Duly noted.
So, yeah. They took note of that, and they were like, oh, yeah, you're right about that. I'm like, yeah.
So what other events would you feature in?
I actually did last year in August. I was in A Sunday in Houston. It's a comedy movie with ESG, Kalon Johnson, Fire God Mama South. She's a comedian. She was on Def Jam, Comic View, 106 in Park. They were in there. And matter of fact, they have the red carpet event today that I have to go to later on. And I was in that one. I did a runway for heart disease. We did the love and lingerie and love handles with Curvy Addiction. We had our anniversary photo shoot. I did the fashion show for Synergy in Atlanta, what was in Columbus. I'm trying to remember a lot of stuff. It was one in Dallas. I didn't get to make it. I let a different model go in my spot. But other than that, it's mainly been photo shoots. I have one set up. I have to get back to Atlanta with this one photographer and do that photo shoot out there.
Okay.
That'll work.
Yes, ma'am, I'm trying.
That'll work, honey.
Even in the heat.
Oh, yes, and you're doing it in heat and hills. You are the MVP of the year, miss. Yes, ma'am.
True. Yes, ma'am. As long as I have some water and a shot of vodka, I'm good.
Love her.
So like you talk about how hot it is down there. How are you able to maintain doing a photo shoot out, like we do shoots outside?
With me wise, as long as I'm the type, I can't swim, but I consider myself a fish. As long as I have some cold water nearby, you have a fan somewhere handy, and I'm able to dab my face, I'm perfectly fine. As long as I have something on my stomach that I done ate, I'm perfectly fine with outside photo shoots.
So you do a lot of outside shots?
Mainly inside.
So how often do you update your portfolio?
My portfolio, basically, I updated. I kind of try to get different visuals of how I want things. If I'm not doing a photo shoot with Curvy Addiction, then I reach out to different photographers. And matter of fact, after I come back from Essence, I'll have a photo shoot. So I try to do it twice a month. And if I'm able to push it more, then I can. But I kind of try to keep it toned down, not too much, because I like to do a photo shoot see how far it gets, then let go, and wait till that craze go down and do another one.
So now you're not nervous no more when you take shots?
Mm-mm. Not no more. As long as like, I'm in the comfort, if I go to a photographer and it make me feel kind of awkward because like they don't try to communicate or they don't try to loosen you up, then it make it kind of awkward. But as long as I go to one, you're able to hee and gee and they make that environment warming, I'm perfectly fine.
Well, speaking of awkward photographers, what do you do if you happen to find and shoot with an awkward photographer?
I kind of try to...
Have you had an experience with an awkward photographer?
I haven't. I have found a photographer, and he told me, he was like, I have a studio. He was like, but it's being remodeled. He was like, so my living room at my house, I kind of had it as in trying to set it up for the time being until I'm able to get back in my studio. So when you come, you have to come by yourself. You can't have nobody else come. And he was like, you could change in the bathroom. So me being me, I'm the type where if it don't click right in my head, I'm not fixing to do it. And I told him, I'm like, well, my mom, I say anytime I have an event or a photo shoot, my mom is always there because my mama has always supported me in my modeling endeavors.
Yeah.
And so he was like, well, she'll have to wait in the car. And I'm the type where I done seen so many movies where, you know, people done got. I'm like, no. I told him I'm fine. I was like, I was like, that don't even sound like to me. I said, it's crazy. So I left that one right there alone. You're not going to see me on the first 48.
Exactly. Whole first 48 case.
Yes, that right there. And when I seen his picture, he looked like he probably done the pork chop sideburns and everything. It just wasn't right. I'm just saying.
Damn.
Creeps out here.
And it is.
So, speaking of photographers, like, do they holler at you or do you reach out to them?
I've had some reach out to me, but I have reached out to some to check their prices and their services.
So, besides that guy, did you have any other bad experience?
I really haven't had no bad experience besides the one time where it was like 2-something at night. And a photographer was like, let's go shoot. He's like, I like to do photo shoots, you know, outside the normal time. So I'm like, okay, you know, let's do this outside photo shoot. And we went to the boardwalk. And I'm saying, hey, ain't the boardwalk closed? And I'm just like, oh, Lord, we're breaking and entering.
Tracked y'all arrested.
Oh no, we didn't get arrested. And then the messed up part, I never did see those photos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I never did get them. I never did see them.
How long was y'all out there?
Like about an hour.
Okay.
Hour to an hour and a half.
Wow.
You ever heard from the guy again?
I actually, when I call, they're like, I'm going to get around to him. I'm going to get him out there. I haven't got him. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just rather find a different photographer, work with them, see where it can go.
I know you had somebody with you that night.
Huh?
I said, I know you had somebody with you that night.
Just my 38.
Okay. Okay.
Like Medea say, I got my peace and I got my steel.
I love her. This is beautiful.
Because, yeah, I tell people, I'm not originally from Houston. I'm originally from a small country town. I'm a country bumpkin where basically everybody knows everybody. And I'm here in Houston, and I'm the type where I don't know if anything's going to happen. You know, you always got to be prepared.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
So I made sure I was ready.
That's what's up.
You know, you have to.
When I ever come out there, I'm going to look you up for my protection.
Just let me know, my mom. Just let me know, and I'm the type where if I feel something funny going on, I'm going to tell you real quick. But I'm the type where my granny raised me. You keep your mouth closed. She said you learn how to shut up and keep your mouth closed until you feel like you can open it. And anybody will tell you if I feel like it's something that I don't feel is necessary, then I'll go ahead and I'll pull the person to the side and talk to them and then tell them, you know, that I feel like it really wasn't necessary or something wasn't what it was.
So what would you tell the people out there that looking for photographers? Like, why should they do they research before picking out photographers?
Like I said, always do your research. If they're saying that they're trying to get their feet wet, you need to figure out how they work with anybody. If they have not worked with anybody, you don't want to put yourself out there, and then you get gypped or you get messed up. And if someone wants to work with you, you do your research, find out if you can see their portfolio online. If they got social media accounts, you can go and you can look at their photos, or if you know anybody that doesn't work with that person. That's what you always have to look for when you're trying to find a photographer. And then you can find some where they'll charge you an arm and a leg. But is it really worth it? And before you just sit and invest your money, you need to look at their work to see, is it actually worth it?
Yeah.
Because if you pay $500 and your pictures come out looking like you could have just took it on your phone, or you could have just paid $50 or $100 like a bootleg photo shoot, you're going to be mad. So instead of getting ripped off, always do your research.
So have you met any other models that was helpful during whether it's from Facebook or Instagram or just being them in person?
I surely have from Nicole, like I said, when she gave me my push with getting back in the modeling, how she gave me that extra push and that drive, and she always told me to brand yourself and market yourself. And then there's her name is Katie, but her model name is Ellie. She did fashion shows with Ashley Stewart. She did like I don't want to say gang. She did like numerous fashion shows, photo shoots, and she helped me out with learning how to pose and how to basically, when I smile, how to do it to make it look cute. So with those two, they actually taught me a lot.
Well, shout out to them.
Cause you got some nasty models out there that stuck up with their head up in the air and shit. So,
yes, Lord.
Have you met any of them, or that any came at you rude or anything?
You know what? I actually have met some, and I'm the type where if I speak and you look at me funny or you talk a certain way, then I'm not fit to sit there and push myself or try to, get along with you or something like that. I'm going to keep my distance because if I'm always a welcoming person. And it was some that had an attitude. And I tell people quick, it don't matter if you got a cute face, you a model, but if you got that nasty attitude, it makes it hard to work with people. And they could end up flagging you and telling other designers and stuff that your attitude is just pure nasty. And that's just me being honest. Because when you're a photographer, if you find a model and she got a stank attitude, then I know it's going to be hard to work with them. Just like it was a designer that I was going to wear for Essence of Courage. But when she got that attitude, I'm the type where, oh, no, if you have an attitude, I'm going to change my mind and just go on about my business. And that's exactly what I done.
Yeah, because you don't need that type of energy around
you. Nothing but positive energy.
So you got anything to add, Shy?
No, she is 100% right, because it's so many people out here in this business with attitudes and thinking they better because they have a bigger portfolio and it's got to look size.
Yeah,
take that down a couple notches.
Because, they feel like because since they're out there, I tell people you never forget where you came from.
Exactly.
And that's when people reach out to me about modeling. And I tell them, I was like, if you actually want to do this, I will help you. I said, if you want to do this just to play around, I was like, I'm not going to sit there and help. I said, if you're serious, I will help you.
What do you tell girls or women that do come to you and say, I want to be a model? What is the first step that you tell them?
The first thing I basically tell them, I'll ask, are you sure? And if they tell me yes, then I'll tell them I'll ask, can you walk in heels? And someone tell me no, I'm like, well, that's not a problem. I said, because they'll teach you how to walk in heels. I'm like, and where it starts at most is how you can reach out to certain companies or photographers in order to work with them to get where you're trying to go. And when they come to me, because I know a photographer here in Houston that I've worked with, I'll say, well, if you want to, I can talk to him, set you up a photo shoot so that you can get it, knocked out the way and you can start building your portfolio. And I always tell people, just like I done it on your friends list, if it's friends that you have that are basically negative Nellies, do away with them, go through people you know, and see if you can find photographers, fashion designers, modeling companies, so you can add them on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you have, in order so whenever you post your pictures, they can watch it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's how you do it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because, like I tell people, some people really can't tell. Like, I went from, I still do have self-esteem issues, but I put them to the wayside because I've had, so many girls that reached out to me that told me about how they got picked on because they were plus size or they were fat, they were chubby, this, that, and the third. And like I tell them quick, I'm like, no matter what, I was like, you're still beautiful regardless. I'm like, don't let what nobody say discourage you from doing what you feel like you want to do. Like, I've had this one lady, she was nasty in my inbox on my modeling page. And my mama was like, so you gonna block her? I'm like, you know what? I said, I'm gonna do what any respectful person would do. She was like, what? I said, I'm gonna let her watch me. I say, I'm gonna let her watch me so she can see my progress.
There you go. I'm gonna watch the glow up right quick.
Yes, ma'am. So
how do you feel now that there's a lot of plus-size women exploding in modeling?
I feel like it's good. I don't tell anybody. I feel like it's basically a really good look because Tess Holiday, like, you know, usually they say plus-size model. You see size 12, size 10. That's not, to me, I feel like it's really not considered plus-size because you still slim thick. Whenever you plus-size, you see a woman that's a size 16 on up or size 14 on up. That's what you consider a plus-size woman. Because when you go to the plus-size department in a store, you see, like rainbows, you see 14 on up.
Yeah.
And when you see Tess Holiday, because she was a voluptuous plus-size model, she had the internet going crazy. Mm-hmm. And then now that you see all of the more plus-size models now, it's basically, hey, you know, we here, we taking over. And I feel like it gives a whole lot more plus-size women a voice to basically feel comfortable in their own skin.
So do you see it evolving more in the next couple of years?
I still see it evolving. I mean, because I guess being that there's more designers coming out that want plus-size models, like, I'll give you another example. If you know Jason C. Peters, he has the clothing line with the little teddy bear. Kanye West wore his designs and a host of other celebrities. Like, we had inboxed back and forth, and he even talked about adding a plus-size line to his clothing.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because he also seen it evolving.
I have no choice but to get on it.
Yes, ma'am. Thick girls need love, too. Thick people need love, too, in the clothing field.
Exactly. There you go. We want to be cute.
Exactly. You have, and sometimes you really can't tell. You have some of them want it for their personal use, but you have others that want to keep it strictly professional and work with them.
Okay.
And then if you ask it about if guys like plus-size women, then, you know, yeah, some of them were undercover with it, but now they're starting to come out the closet saying they love them a big woman.
Mm-hmm. Out here perpetrating fraud.
Oh, look, took the words right out my mouth.
I mean, as for me, I always had love for him, so. I'm a meat eater, so I love meat, so.
Okay, you don't want no veggies now.
Nah. Can't do nothing with bones. That's not even an appetizer.
What about it?
They can't even pick my tooth. Shit.
And see, I've had somebody tell me that was like, whenever you talk to a woman, they say when you talk to a smaller woman, you know, she thinks she's just it because she's small, she's pretty, and think all of the guys want her. But whenever it comes forth, when you meet a plus-size woman, he said they were more loyal because, you know, big girls going to do whatever they take, keep themselves together. They going to make sure they look good to keep their man's attention, and they always loyal. They always tell me they're always loyal.
One more time for the back row.
Yes, ma'am.
But do you feel God think that plus size women are easy to get with as far as like sleeping with them? Because I be seeing stuff on Facebook and stuff like that people think God think they're easy to have sex with because they big, this that and the third. So I want to know your opinion on that.
Yeah, because some people feel like, you know, that big girls are easy because they feel like they're more vulnerable because they're plus size. And they feel like they'll be quick to give it up. Okay. In all actuality, you meet the right plus size woman, she's going to give you a run for your money, and you're going to actually see that she's actually got her head on right, and you think you should forget it, but you ain't.
Let them know.
So.
Let some people know. Let the people with the back row know, please. Let them folks know.
Yes, now, because you do have men that try to take advantage of plus size, just like you have them try to take advantage of, the traditional women. And the thing about that is, they try to scope out who's going to be easy to give it up. You can see a plus size woman try to say something, she going to give you the stank look. Mm-hmm. And that lets you know, oh, yeah, she ain't easy, bro.
What for?
She ain't easy.
What for?
She ain't easy.
Talk about it.
Now, my other thing is, I see the hate, especially you have plus size hating on their own plus size people, and especially like when I used to go out in the clubs, I hear a chick on the side, oh, look at that fat bitch. It's saying like some crazy shit like that. So I mean, have you ever experienced that or like a witness to that?
I've actually been a witness to that, and I feel like it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? But being the simple fact of, I've had it where someone was like, ooh, look at her, she looks sloppy in her clothes. And instead of trying to bash somebody that's basically your size, a plus-size woman. And my thing about that is, too, that goes back to don't forget where you came from.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell anybody, I used to not want to wear no shaper, but I was raised old school. My granny said a woman should always have a smooth silhouette. And my mom would say, you need to wear a shaper. She said it's going to make your shape look smoother. And that's what I've always wore under my clothes. Beforehand, people would talk about me. After I wear my shaper, they good. And when the girl was making fun of the other girl because she looked as sloppy, instead of talking about her, think back in your head, you was once there once before. But you never talk about nobody. And I've even seen some talk about, it's crazy. I could keep going on and on and on about it. But I've also seen people just be just flat out nasty. Why she got that crop top on?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it makes you want to say, why you got that crop top on?
There you go.
And I had someone say, why you got a crop top on? I told them quick, if I want my fat rolls to hang out, my push to stick out, any of that, I'm still going to do it, and I'm still going to be cute with it.
Yeah, because I used to deal with a female, and her sister used to do that a lot, like calling people fat. But especially the sister, but her sister like real big, and she disses somebody smaller than her. And I'm like, wow, like it really had me scratching my head.
Exactly, because it's like, how can you talk about somebody and you in that bracket with them too? That's not cool at all.
Mm-hmm. Then you got to look like, well, maybe it's because they have their own little self-esteem issues going on.
Exactly. And if you got to talk about another plus-size woman, you plus-size, that means that they doing something that you wish you could do, or you feel like that's your competition. And if someone can make you feel some type of way, that means right there, you basically being a sour puss for no reason. You basically being sour because you mad. I'm just being honest.
So what's your thoughts on that, Shy?
Yeah, the same thing. Don't try to block my shine because you can't get your shine on. better learn how to glow up like the rest of us and stop being mad.
Okay.
So how's the club singing out in Texas?
The club scene, to be honest, I really don't go out like that.
Okay.
My type of hype would be, now they have Jamaica Ultra Lounge, and it's like a hookah lounge. Now there, they play a variety of music. It's more of like the grown and sexy. I'll go there. And they have Skyline Hookah Lounge out here. I had my all-white birthday party there, and that's when I met Fire. Now, them, I like it. You want to hear some, like, twerking music, go to Skyline. You want to hear a variety and some Jamaican music, go to Jamaica Ultra Lounge, and they Jamaican oxtails is off the chain. Okay.
Oh, man. That'll work.
So are you highly into fashion?
Me, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'll be completely honest with you. My all-day, I guess you say somewhat, but my all-day, everyday look, if you try to find me, I'm in shorts and a tank top or a T-shirt, or I'm in, like, some Victoria's Secret, the pink long pants or something, and a T-shirt. Only time I really dress up, I'm a type when I have to go to an event or I have to go somewhere.
Exactly.
Oh, so nobody ever approached you like the model designer outfits, anything?
I surely have. Matter of fact, when I went with this girl, with Nicole actually, to meet the designer, she was like, well, she's a plus size model. And the man, his name is Dirk. He told me, he was like, I want you to try this on. And when I tried it on, he was like, I want you to walk in my fashion show. Right. So he's supposed to be having one out here. I haven't got the date yet for it, but it's an Egyptian theme photo shoot. Not photo shoot, but fashion show.
Oh, girl.
Yes, Queen of Cleopatra.
Yes, Queen, yes.
I feel like Texas doing it big out there.
We trying to put a name on us besides the swinging and the banging and, you know, the screw tapes and all of that. We trying to get a name out there.
I have to go out there and see what's going on.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all come on out here to Texas. Check out the Jamaica.
Have you ever like seen any crazy stories behind the scenes, like fashion shows, or anybody tells you anything about like doing photo shoots or anything?
I really haven't. The only thing, I mean, it's really not even crazy. And that was like, ooh, your legs look kind of ashy. I'm like, well, I put lotion on. They said, you got some baby oil? I was like, no, I ain't got no baby oil. They said, you got oil sheen. And they had to spray my legs down with oil sheen to get them to be all shiny and stuff. But really, nothing crazy. Just that was the only thing that I had to go through with.
Oh, man. That's a good one. I'll try that one day.
Remember, if you forget your lotion at home or your baby oil, spray a little oil sheen on.
So how you feel about females thinking they models by posting on Instagram?
The Instagram models? Well, I don't like knocking nobody's hustle or they come up. But, I mean, some people, when they do the Instagram model, they feel like they get more exposure with it, being that, you know, a whole lot of photographers, designers, and modeling companies be on Instagram.
Yeah.
And they able to tag them in there or hashtag it in order to get their attention. Whereas you have models that put their whole work in with photographers and posting their pictures, and some of the talents don't get discovered, being that when you have the Instagram models, they get Insta famous.
I had a few females hit me up, say they models, and they just send me selfie pictures of like, really?
Yeah, if you don't have no type of pictures or portfolio, and I feel like that's how it should go when it comes like a photographer looking for models to work with or a model reaches out to them. If you don't see no professionals and all you see is selfies, you know, they're not no actual model. They're actually an aspiring model that need to build their portfolio versus saying that you're a model.
Yeah, even when I had my magazine out, a couple of females hit me up, say they was interested in like they send me selfies, and I'm looking like, you actually think I'm supposed to be in a magazine?
I'm about to say, and see, that's why, like I tell people, if you got an iPhone, your iPhone should be your best friend, being that you can put that camera on portrait mode, and someone can take the picture, and you got a selfie right there ready, or basically a professional photo, but with the iPhone because you have portrait mode.
But I get the ones like they still have the phone in their hand and the flash of the light. I'm like, wow.
Sweet Jesus.
Okay.
You see the glare. You can't even see their face because the lights flash. And like, come on.
Okay, it should be no glares. It should be no glares at all. You better take it to Photoshop.
Yeah, we looking at the pictures like, wow, they really expect me to put that in the magazine. Like that actually themselves.
And then the makeup don't be right. If you look at them there, you can see the flyaways. You make sure your hair complements your skin complexion. If you crunchy black, please do not wear no 27 or no 613, that bleach white girl blonde hair on your head.
Please, one more time.
Please do not wear no 27 or no 613 weave in your head. If you are a medium complexion and you got a red tint, do not wear no red weave. And I'll tell you quick, tone it down with the burgundy. I wore it once and it had me looking red. I made that mistake once.
We all try and fail.
Exactly. And if you're watching makeup videos, please, oh please, follow the steps right. Or you sit there and you figure out how to twerk your craft, but make sure that it looks right. Because I thought my glow up was real. When it came from my makeup, I started off from the bottom with the white eyeshadow.
Oh.
And then moving to like the regular eyeliner and putting some eyeshadow on. Now, I still got time to improve. But when it comes to my makeup, I've had my makeup done twice by a makeup artist. But other than that, I've always done my makeup. So
And you do beautiful.
Thank you. So I tell people quick, yes, if she's a beginner, she needs to be careful when it comes with the makeup. Because I tell people not everybody look right in a certain color weave or certain color eyeshadow.
Talk about it.
I'm just saying, you walking around looking like TT. There's something wrong with that picture.
My bad.
But usually, some people don't care who they put in their magazine. They'll still put them in there. People gonna go ape shit when they see this.
Yeah, they did all right. They sure did.
Make sure that invisible part don't look like it's parted by the Red Sea. Like you just parted that part.
Oh, man.
Make sure your hair is on point when you're doing a photo shoot.
Oh, man. Well, when you do see that, do you try to tell them, like, you know, maybe you need to, or you just let them, you just don't have to learn on your own?
I'm the type where I'll tell you, hey, you know, you might want to fix that right there. And, you know, I'll be honest and I tell them I need to fix it. Like one girl, she had an eyelash on. One eyelash was on perfect. The other one was on way out too far. And I told her, you need to take your eyelash on and scoot it more to the inside because your eyelashes are looking funny. And that's just, you know, me being honest because I want someone to tell me, hey, your eyelash is coming off or it's messed up. Or, hey, your lace front is all wrong.
Did she take it the wrong way?
She was like, oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, I helped her fix it.
You know, some female would have took it the wrong way.
Yeah, and I'm the type where I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you because I don't want nobody to see me out looking like that.
Yeah.
So.
Understandable. Definitely understandable.
Yes, sir.
So do you look forward to being in magazines?
I do look forward to being in magazines. You know, I feel like that'll be a plus because I've been on website, website, curvyaddiction.bigcartel.com for a boutique model. And I've been on like Facebook pages, and I feel like doing magazines will be like a different step. It'll be like, you know, I've been issued in a magazine. That's something that you can note in your portfolio as an editorial model.
Is there a dream magazine or a dream fashion show that you would love to be in?
Ooh, I would have to say Model Citizen Mag reached out to me, and I took my stuff off. So I'm waiting to see if I'm going to be in Model Citizen Mag because I know they got a big follow, and they're like mainly like in the UK. So I'm waiting to see how that's going to pan out. But, you know, I've always, you know, seen different celebrities on XXL magazines, or I think it's the Source Mag. Like, seeing them on there, I'm like, ooh, I wouldn't mind being posted on one of those magazines.
Good luck. Pass the vibes your way. Hope you do get on that, my sis.
Yes, ma'am. So that's been like something I'm like, well, I want to be on a magazine.
So besides modeling, what other things you like to get into?
Well, I actually am saying about basically critiquing my makeup to do MUA because I love to dip and dab in my makeup and, you know, do makeup looks for different people. So that would be my go-to with doing MUA.
Do you see yourself modeling other people's designs?
I see myself doing that. I see myself getting out there modeling other people's designs. And as I say, you know, usually it takes time for more designers reaching out to you or you getting to know them, or if it's like going to a mixer and you meeting designers.
So do you think there should be like a tutorial, like as we were talking about earlier, how to rock makeup or how to dress yourself appropriately and things in that nature, as far as like, say, like plus size women getting into modeling?
I feel like, you know, there should be a tutorial to show you, like, if you're going for a model casting call, don't put so much makeup on. Make yourself still look natural, but still look beat to the guards, as they say, because besides makeup, they're looking to see your face structure and how you walk and how you present yourself. Because if you come in and you're not put together, they're going to look past you. But if you come in and you have yourself put together, they're gonna want to work with you. So yeah, I do feel like they need to have that tutorial, or they should have like classes like that for models to go to those workshops to get the knowledge that they need to be ready for casting calls, meeting designers, fashion shows, all of that.
Yeah, the only part, like, I don't like seeing females with makeup is, like, they put too much on to the point, like, they look dead.
Exactly. They look completely dead. Like, if you're caramel complected, you shouldn't look cornbread yellow complected when you have your base on. And when you finish putting your contour on, under your eyes should be a little bright. And you should have a little glow on your nose. Don't go looking like Rudolph. And when it comes to eyeshadows, I like a natural beat, but at sometimes I'll play with the eyeshadow. I don't like all of the boldness of all of the colors and all of that because I've always been like a natural type.
Yeah, because some of them, I look at them and I be having tears in my eyes like I'm at a funeral or something.
And it's always, I go off of make sure your makeup complements your beauty, meaning where you should not have to worry about putting all of that makeup on or all of that eyeshadow on in order to make yourself look pretty. Let your makeup complement your beauty, because if not, you'll turn out looking drag.
Don't do that.
You're right, because you have girls with the over-exaggerated eyebrows. Some be too close, some be too far away.
Goodness.
Some be thick. Then you have the over-exaggerated eyeshadow, the over-exaggerated outline in the outside of their lips to make them look plump.
Yeah.
And then they get crazy with the glow, all on the cheekbones, the nose, the upper lip, the chin. Like it's crazy with all of the glow. And I'm just like, makeup done changed.
See, the way you're breaking it down, you should start your own tutorial.
Let's see, I do. And you know, I might end up doing it. I might do a little tutorial. Get it ready. Do a little. Yes, ma'am. A natural beat. Where you can still be bold and beautiful, but natural at the same time.
Yeah, because you breaking it down perfectly well, piece by piece. So.
Exactly. I mean, that's basically how I feel like the makeup. I mean, if you're supposed to be going somewhere edgy to an edgy photo shoot, I understand the blacks, the pinks or the blues or the purples with the black with the edgy lipstick, and like, you know, that's more of like for your edgy look. When you think of bold, you think of something that is like basically supreme glam with like color, and you have some glow on there, and you know, a bold lip. When you think of just straight glam, you think of like some glitter, something still natural with a heavy glow with a nude or a natural lip. Some people see it differently than how I actually see it. Because what they fail to realize, when you go to these photo shoots, if your makeup is looking a certain way or it stands out the most, it's going to take away from your outfit. Mm-hmm. I'm just sorry. I get all in my feelings when it comes to makeup.
See, that's your money maker right there.
It surely is. And I tell people I did my makeup like I've used like makeup from Walmart, Family Dollar, like drugstore makeup, hair, beauty supply makeup, and it works just like name brand. But I will say, I spent a pretty penny for the crayon case. My sister sent, now that one, the box of crayons, now that one, yeah, I spent money on because she has the colors that look, I'm like, ooh, they bold, but I'll be able to tone it down with some natural colors. Yep. And it's actually good. I really do like it.
Y'all make me want to buy it.
Yeah, it's actually, I thought it's some good stuff. And matter of fact, 2% is going to be an Essence of Hers. Essence of Hers with selling makeup being sold up there. I already have my makeup money set to the side.
I'll keep that makeup money on.
Oh, yes, ma'am. If not, y'all going to catch me on Bourbon Street.
It should definitely you definitely make a killing, especially the way you break it down and stuff like that. So.
Exactly. And my mama, she's more of like on the fashion side. My mama loves fashion. So whenever I go shopping, I take my mama with me because she'll help me find something that looks right on my body or she feel that it'd be cute. Whereas when it comes to the makeup part, that's something I tell people that I feel sensitive about. Being that, you know, like I say, the eyebrows, you know, doing your makeup for certain things. Like I tell people, that's something that I'm very sensitive about and I'm passionate about. Because you don't want to look like Anna Nicole Smith when she went bonkers, and may she rest in peace. And you don't want to look like you're going to a freak show. Yeah. And I tell people, you have to just, you know, hey, if you want to, like, I don't knock people when they do tutorials. The only thing is I don't like seeing the makeup that has a whole lot of colors and it's confusing. Like when they try to do their eyebrows a different color, that gets confusing to me. And it throws me off. And it's like, you know, I'm not even, when you see these eyebrows dark as hell, it gets confusing. You know your eyebrows ain't that color. And, I mean, it gets crazy when it comes, I call it the Elmo eyebrows. Being that it gets crazy because people go overboard with them. And then you still got the ones that's still in that era with them pencil thin eyebrows.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So I wouldn't mind if it was, I don't mind doing tutorials or even just speaking on, hey, you know, doing live videos, what would be right, what wouldn't be right for certain things. I wouldn't mind it. I would actually do it. Even if there was a class being held and I had to come in and speak for it, I would even do that to call it Model Education 101.
Yeah, you definitely should. You definitely should.
But my bad, y'all. I'm all over here and we all just got lost in the makeup.
But you there.
That's what you're passionate about. So once you start speaking of your passion, you go, you know, wherever.
Do anybody else support you?
To be completely honest with you, they don't. Like I said, my mom is the main one. Now, you know, you have the ones that say they support you, but they're more of like, I just want to be on the scene of things and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But no, it's mainly my mama.
Okay. Yeah, we blow up, so you definitely know to snatch up.
Exactly. Keep her as my momager and my fashion designer to keep me on point, my stylist.
If I ever come down there, I need y'all fashion consultation services. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Like I say, just let me know and we'll be ready. And that's like a matter of fact, I've been sitting here the whole while doing my makeup. All I gotta do now is slide on my dress, and I'm good to go to this red carpet event. Yes, ma'am.
So do you have plans of doing any acting?
Acting. Like I said, I made a cameo in this movie, red carpet event I'm about to go to.
Yeah.
But I have thought about giving it a go.
Well, you always start a web series. That's what everybody's doing now. So.
Yeah, I should.
Yes, still get all these coins.
I need to go ahead and put it on YouTube because, everybody's looking for the new YouTube sensation. I put it on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, these web series on YouTube is the new wave, so.
Go ahead, get you some of that YouTube coin.
Yeah, because they're always looking, so I might as well go ahead and do that.
Yeah, 'cause I'm trying to write something. I'm just trying to think of a good concept. Then it's a go. Basically, like what you see.
Yeah, I tell people always do something to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I haven't seen yet a web series on Baby W's or anything, so I might be the first one to do that.
Okay.
There you go.
Go ahead and get it going on. Yeah.
They're giving out a pretty penny over there on YouTube.
You right about that.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping that in mind, though. Try to get that good concept, and I'm definitely be on board with that.
Yes, keep it going. I tell anybody, always keep it going, because you never know who could be looking or who could be watching.
Yep. So how could people reach out to you if they want to get in contact?
They can actually reach out to me on my personal Facebook page, Brittany H. Jackson, or they can even add me on my model page, Miss Exotic Curves, MZ.Exotic Curves. Or if you want to find me on Instagram, it's all together, SOUTHERNGURLSLAYZ with a Z at the end. And if you're ever on Snapchat, Miss Thickness 90.
So what else should we look forward to see you doing in the future?
Besides the Essence of Curves, you could actually see me doing more photo shoots. I'm going to have some theme ones. I'm going to keep them under wraps. So just know when you see them, you're going to be just basically speechless. And like I said, you might end up seeing tutorials about makeup and stuff.
Okay, that's what's up.
You're right about that. You never go wrong with that.
So anything you want to add, Shy?
No, I just wish you as the best in everything that you do. Positive vibes your way. I hope you get any and everything that you go for. Kill the game, kill the runway. And if I do come out there, I will be looking for you. So don't go missing on me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And most definitely, I will make sure I keep y'all up to date on it.
So any shout-outs you want to give?
Basically, I want to go ahead and give a shout-out, like I say, to my mom, Josette Charlie, for always being there for me, always being my backbone when I want to give up. She's always there, giving me life. I want to basically, a shout-out to my granny. Nobody knows, but I cut my hair because she has breast cancer. And she's holding in. She's not giving up. She's a fighter. I want to give basically a shout-out to Miss Keisha and Miss Melinda of Curvy Addiction for basically believing in me and helping me get as far as I have with the modeling. And basically everybody that basically believed in me, had encouraging words, I basically want to tell them thank you. I appreciate everybody believing in me.